You see someone wearing a plain t-shirt, basic jeans, and no brand logos anywhere. You assume they are average, maybe even struggling financially. Then you discover they are worth millions. This happens more often than you think. The wealthiest people in the world often dress like they shop at discount stores. But psychology reveals this is not accidental at all. It is a calculated choice that says everything about how truly rich people think differently. 1. They have nothing to prove to anyone. Psychologists call this secure wealth identity. People who are genuinely wealthy do not need external validation of their status from others around them. Their bank accounts speak for themselves loudly. Research from Stanford University shows that individuals with high net worth experience significantly less status anxiety than those climbing the wealth ladder constantly.
When you are truly rich, you stop performing wealth for others entirely. The designer logos, the flashy jewelry, the expensive cars, these are tools used by people who need others to believe they are successful. Real millionaires already know their worth deeply. They dress for comfort and function, not for approval from strangers who will never see their investment portfolios. 2. They understand reverse signaling perfectly. This is a fascinating concept in behavioral economics research. Reverse signaling means displaying low status markers to signal even higher status paradoxically. Think about it carefully. Only someone extremely confident in their wealth can afford to look ordinary on purpose clearly. Wearing a $5,000 plain white t-shirt that looks identical to a $20 one is the ultimate flex, but only to those who know the difference. Psychologists call this exclusive signaling. The truly wealthy communicate their status only to other wealthy people who recognize the subtle markers instantly. Everyone else remains completely oblivious to it.
This creates an exclusive club where wealth whispers instead of screams loudly to everyone. 3. They avoid becoming targets. Security experts consistently advise high net worth individuals to practice stealth wealth deliberately for safety reasons. The more you display wealth publicly, the more you become a target for theft, scams, lawsuits, and unwanted attention constantly. Psychologically, this creates what researchers call threat vigilance. People who flash wealth must constantly guard themselves everywhere they go daily. But those who dress simply move through the world with less stress and more freedom. They can travel, shop, and live without constantly worrying about being recognized, followed, or targeted by strangers. Their simple clothing is actually protective camouflage in a world that often resents extreme wealth. 4. They prioritize time over appearance. Time is the ultimate luxury for wealthy people. Psychologists have found that truly rich individuals value autonomy and time freedom above almost everything else.
Choosing what to wear every day requires mental energy. Decision fatigue is real. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt daily. Steve Jobs had his black turtleneck uniform. Warren Buffett keeps his wardrobe simple. This is not laziness at all. It is pure optimization. By eliminating clothing decisions, they preserve mental bandwidth for decisions that actually matter. Their simple wardrobe frees cognitive resources for building wealth every single day of their entire lives. 5. They focus on quality, not labels. Here is where it gets interesting. Rich people who dress simple are not wearing cheap clothes at all. They are wearing extremely expensive, simple clothes. That plain white t-shirt might be from Loro Piana and cost more than most people's monthly rent. The difference is there are no visible logos at all. Psychologists have studied this phenomenon called inconspicuous consumption. It is purchasing high-quality items without any obvious branding. The fabric feels incredible.
The fit is perfect. The craftsmanship is exceptional, truly. 6. They reject consumer culture. Wealthy individuals who dress simply often do so as a form of rebellion against materialism. Psychologists call this post-materialist values. Once you have enough money, material possessions lose their appeal. You realize that designer handbags, luxury watches, and branded clothing are marketing illusions. The truly rich understand that these items are designed to extract money from people trying to appear wealthy, so they opt out. Their simple clothing is a statement that they are above consumer manipulation.
7. They value authenticity over performance. Research in social psychology shows that people who perform wealth publicly often feel inauthentic. There is constant pressure to maintain the image. But those who dress simply experience psychological freedom. They can be themselves without the costume. Their clothing does not define them. Their accomplishments, their character, and their bank account do. This authenticity creates genuine confidence that no amount of designer clothing can provide.
8. They understand social dynamics. The wealthy know that flashy displays of wealth create resentment, envy, and distance. People treat you differently when they see obvious wealth markers. Conversations become transactional. Friendships feel fake. Everyone wants something from you. But when you dress simply, people interact with you normally. You can have genuine connections. You can move through society without the burden of wealth defining every interaction. So next time you see someone dressed in plain clothing, think twice before assuming they are struggling financially. They might be a millionaire practicing stealth wealth. They understand something most people miss. True wealth is not about showing it off. It is about the freedom to live authentically without needing approval from anyone. If this changed how you see wealth, imagine what else psychology reveals. Subscribe now, because on this channel, we do not just look at appearances. We decode what is really happening beneath everything you see today.